back with Tackling Autism. I like to be an adventurous mom and take my kids out in the community to explore new places and try new things. However, sometimes I'm on edge because I don't know what's going to set Jeremiah off, especially if it's a place that I've never been to before. He could be enjoying himself one minute and the next minute he's having a tantrum similar to this. When he gets upset, he can throw himself back. He'll kick, he'll scream. I'm a little person, so trying to pick him up can be a challenge. So I can sometimes get him to redirect, depending on where we are or what I have in my magic bag to redirect him. And then sometimes I have to just be all done with an activity and actually just take him home, which is not fair for the rest of the kiddos. You know, they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves, and then I have to like end the fun because Jeremiah just can't seem to gain control over his body again. So as I decide on where we're going, I'm always making sure that I'm doing my research prior to trying a new place to make sure that it is set up for Jeremiah to have fun. So I figured as I am trying new places here in Columbus, Ohio with Jeremiah that I will blog about it to kind of shed some light on new places that are out there that you might not have heard of, as well as to shed some light on whether it is set up for children similar to Jeremiah. And kind of go over some of the likes and dislikes about the places that we've explored. So recently I took my kid to the Franklin Park Conservatory, which is in downtown Columbus. I actually went for the first time in the spring with my classroom. I took my students out there and they absolutely loved it. So I couldn't wait to get my own family out there. Now the first Sunday of every month, the Franklin Park Conservatory has free admission for residents of Franklin County. So we went and partaked in that day. And when we first arrived, the parking lot was swamped with cars. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be super overstimulating for Jeremiah because there's going to be too many people. But I was actually surprised that once we got inside, it wasn't packed at all. I mean, it's such a big space with the new outdoor area that people were spread out and it wasn't overly crowded at all. We moved through the exhibits fairly quickly. Jeremiah didn't quite like the exhibits as much as the older kids did. He didn't like the having to move slowly and the stopping to look at things. He, wants to keep moving. So the exhibits weren't really not set up for children similar to Jeremiah. But the outdoor area that they just built, the new children's area, is amazing. I mean, the moment you walk right up to it, it's just really exciting and it pulls you right in. It's only one entrance, so it's gated, so you know that your child's going to be safe. And there are just so many different purposeful activities that are placed around the area that I think they really thought about and put a lot of thought into. They got everything is very regio, like very natural sticks and tree stumps. Like the hut is like a clay field. They have musical wind chimes, just different things that children can explore that are not overstimulating and have a lot of different textures, which are nice. For a nice feel. But the best part I think about the outdoor area is the creek that they built, that the kids could actually get in and get wet. The waterfall that's falling, the rocks that you're walking on, it feels very real, creek-like. We didn't know about the water park, so when we got out there and the kids seen it, we didn't bring swimsuits. A lot of parents actually brought swimsuits, so we let the kids get right in the water and just enjoy themselves. I will say, as far as like bringing a stroller or bringing someone that's in a wheelchair, we were able to move our stroller okay inside the exhibits. It wasn't not very many clear paths. I mean, there's some parts that you just can't go on with a stroller or wheelchair. However, you are able to get through the exhibits nicely and as well as the outdoor area. Once we got to the outdoor area, we actually just parked our stroller and let the kids get out and explore. So we didn't have to push them throughout. They got out and they enjoyed themselves. So you really don't need a stroller if you have older children, like 2 and up, for the outdoor area, because it's very hands-on. You want your kids to get out and explore it. As far as food goes, they have like a food truck outside, but the food that they are offering and selling there are not very child friendly. So I would recommend that you definitely pack. and bring sunscreen because there's not very it's not very shaded, so the sun is beaming down. But overall, it is a great experience, and I definitely will do it again in a heartbeat. So if you haven't checked out the Franklin Park Conservatory, I highly recommend that you get out there and explore it. Here is a small clip of what we did and how we explored the environment.